Hello, everybody in the uh, nerd community type of thing that's happening. Whatever. But today we are doing the first episode of Nothing But Star Wars. This is the weekly, every Thursday podcast show that we talk about nothing but Star Wars. I am Rocco. Um, Mike couldn't be here. He's usually our host for the show, but he couldn't be here due to issues with Google Hangouts. It was just nothing was working. So he'll be back for tomorrow's show for the good, the bad, and the nerdy, which we will talk about after the show. But yes, let's get to Star Wars. So as we start out the Star Wars, we start out with the Star Wars news. Anything that happened in the movie industry of Star Wars could be from the originals, could be from prequels, or for the new trilogy. Yeah, let's get going. We mentioned this um, in the normal talk show about the Instagram Star Wars teaser, which reveals Finn and Kylo Ren in that snowy planet thing happening, where Finn strikes his he opens up his lightsaber, and it reveals something new that Finn is fighting him. That's what Kylo Ren is looking at that scene. He's fighting Finn. So this reviews a lot of things. Um, well, Finn is pretty much revealed that he's force sensitive. I in my trailer analysis in my main channel, Rockman, Mike and me were saying that he's probably gonna be force sensitive. So that seems like we're right about that. I mean, things add up. It just seems that way. But yeah, it was just an awesome Instagram teaser. It was probably like 15 seconds long, but it was so satisfying. Um, yeah, I loved it. It was just like that's what they're gonna be really good at. They're gonna release little things like this. It was like a clip, pretty much, and it was just gonna be the smallest thing that can get me excited. And I loved it. I really thought it was an awesome little tidbit of just a reveal. But it leads to another thing. Um, this probably will be is like a thing, like a hint that there's gonna be something new coming, like a trailer, which I think will be released on Force Friday. We could be totally wrong about this, but it just seems that way. That Force Friday is gonna be the release of the new toys, so why not get excited and release the new stuff and release some new footage. It just seems like now that they're actually coming out September 11th on Star Wars Episode 7 News.com. That's when the trailer's coming out, and it seems like it's going to be a minute and 40 seconds. But you never know. It could still be this Friday, which I hope it is because it means it's sooner. But if it has to be 10 days from now, now that I'm recording it, but still, I don't care. Well, it means we're getting a trailer soon. But yeah, the Instagram teaser was awesome, and I just hope this is what it is. And yeah, force sensitive Finn. I just hope the battle's one sided. It's not like I don't know. Probably would be like midway or mid beginning of the movie. Um, who knows? This could be the climax in the movie. We have no idea. But let's move on. We have estimates saying that Force Awakens will shatter records for an opening movie. Estimates show that the film will make $524.4 million and will cross the 1 billion mark in 13 days, which is the fastest to cross that mark in a movie. Um, yeah, I can understand this. I can understand why um I can understand how this would be the fastest to cross 1 billion because people will see this, including me, will see the movie and will be like, okay, I think it's going to be an amazing movie. I think we're in, I think it's a lock. We're in for something special. Um, and people will just be like, yeah, that was incredible. Star Wars fans will definitely see it again, and we'll just be like, yeah, we're gonna see this. It's bound to happen. Um, I know it's bound to happen for me. I have no idea how many times I'm going to see this movie. I know I'm seeing it midnight, and my parents are talking about seeing it opening day, so I probably will see it like 2 days in a row. But I can see I can see this happening. Um, I know Star Wars will smash it would destroy in the box office. Especially, it would probably cross Jurassic World's number, and maybe Titanic. I don't know, or maybe Avatar. I don't know, but I know it's going to make tons and tons of money, and I hope it does because if it's going to be this good or this like amazing as the people are saying or as they're handling it, and it just seems like it's just a lock for greatness, and I can totally see it just like me just crying with joy of how amazing the movie is, but and then just seeing it again and again, probably seeing it 5 times eventually in the theater, maybe more. I know diehard fans like me will see it more than 2 or 3 times. So yeah, that news. I can see this happening. I can see it being the fastest to crack the 1 billion mark. But yeah, so that seems to be it for Star Wars movie news that I saw that really stood out to me. Nothing really this past week was really like major. But we're gonna move to other news. Other news could be canon, could be video games, could be TV, it could be books. It can't, this other news. Yeah, confirmed date for Rebels season 2 to return October 14th. So I'm excited for season 2 of Rebels. I watched season 1. I really like season 1. Um, I think it ended great, and I think we're going to have a dark season 2. I don't know if this will be the conclusion of Rebels. It could very much will be. But it just seems like season 2 is dark just by the first episode we already seen. It was like how they did with season 1. It's gonna be like one long. It was one long episode, and then they did 30-minute ones like 4 months later. The first episode of season 2 was dark and just brooding and intense and like sort of like how season 1 was ending, dark, brooding, and intense. And I really liked season 1. And now I'm so far I'm like season 2, but they released a clip to announce the date. And the clip was like very silly and stupid. I didn't really like it, but that's why I'm not gonna really talk about it because I just didn't understand what they were trying to show me. Don't ask, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with season 2. It's already dark. It's very dark already with Vader going after Kanan and trying to get even Ezra already to the dark side. I recommend you guys check out if you haven't seen if you don't know it's out season 2 episode 1. It should be out on demand and stuff already, or Disney XD. Go. That's what I usually watch my episodes on because why not? I'm very excited for season 2. I hope it's as good as season 1, and I think it will be probably. But yeah. All right, moving on. I'm running out of breath because I can't take breaks when people are talking. It stinks. So yeah, when this video comes out, Force Friday will be tomorrow, which means toy leaks. Star Wars coloring book reveals 2 new characters from The Force Awakens. One is I'm gonna butcher this name, Sacro, which seems like a Jakku creature or character, and then also there's a PCBZ 4CO, which seems like an interesting like protocol droid maybe. Probably not. I'm probably wrong about this, but yeah, Force Friday. These 2 characters look interesting, but if we're gonna talk about Force Friday, I'm very excited. I'm probably not gonna be there at midnight buying toys, but I will try to get some Force Awakens toys. I'm not sure like how I'm gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna try to get a Kylo Ren lightsaber, even though they'll probably be going fast. But I want to get like a Kylo Ren figure, have it sitting somewhere looking at me. But yeah, the characters are cool. Force Awakens, man. When Force Friday happens, it is like a lock that Force Awakens is coming in only 3 months, pretty much almost. But oh my god, like 3 months already. I remember in like 2012, which is hard to believe. 2012 or 2013. 2012. Force like Disney just bought Star Wars, and you're like, oh my god, thank you. I think it was 2012. I don't know, but it doesn't feel that long, man. It felt really quick, and you're just like, wow, man. And you're and just like Force Friday is like the symbolization of like it's not symbolization, that was a weird word at that time, but it felt like that was a lock saying, guess what, guys, it's coming. And these are the new toys that tell you that it's coming, and it's gonna be great. I'm really excited, and that means I hope a new trailer. Going back, I hope a new trailer will come out that day. It's gonna be an exciting day for Star Wars fans, that's for sure. So yeah, moving on. Uh, Star Wars Battlefront beta to be released in early October. If you don't know what Star Wars Battlefront is, it is the new Battlefront game that's coming out. It's pretty much Battlefront 3, but it's not. It's like made from the creators of the first Battlefront. Battlefield. Creators of Battlefield and next gen consoles and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'm extremely excited for this game, and I'm probably gonna try to get the beta because I can't wait for this game anymore. I think it's gonna be so many hours of gameplay, and it's just gonna be so good. I'm gonna be so happy about it. Very excited, very excited. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get the beta. It seems to be early October. They did not give us an early release date, um, but it's early October at some point. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how they're gonna handle the beta. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not, the servers aren't clogged up because usually betas are very what am I trying to say? Usually betas are very clogged. I never played a beta, but I've heard it's sometimes a little ridiculous. But I think I'm gonna try to get the beta, and I'll be the first. I'll be talking to you. I'll be talking to you about it and how my experience with the game is. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to get the beta for this game because it's Star Wars. Anything Star Wars, I'm just gonna be like, let's go. But yeah, that's it for the news. But since this is gonna be quick, let's just talk about one thing you want to discuss that is related to Star Wars. This is like a segment at the end of the show to conclude, have a long, drawn out conversation about something we want to talk about that's Star Wars related. Normally, these conversations probably go on longer, but Michael's not with me. He'll be with me tomorrow, hopefully. But for now, let's talk um, Empire Strikes Back. Why Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars movie of all the Star Wars movies. I love Empire Strikes Back. I just watched the original trilogy again just for the past 3 days. I really just felt like watching it, and I watched it with my friend Luke, who's never seen Star Wars. Um, every time I watch the prequels, man, it's just like they're so good. They are incredibly. They're masterpieces, and I'm not gonna give prequels. Will be in another day. But for now, let's celebrate the original trilogy. Let's talk Star Wars. Let's talk about Empire Strikes Back. Um, I love that movie. It's a masterpiece. It's not just because it's a Star Wars movie. It's a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. Just how it's made, man. Just like the story is fantastic. It got like the first one. It was a great setup. I don't like the first one as much as all the other ones because it was like this is what Star Wars is, and then they went on to a totally different turn with Empire Strikes Back, and they got really dark with it, and I loved it. Darth Vader was so very just dark in this movie, like almost just wanting to kill Anakin, Luke at first sight, and that's just like I just like when things get dark, and that's what I think of Force Awakens will turn into. Force Awakens will be like, I think it will be pretty dark too, but it will be like this is the new series. This is what the new trilogy is. This is what it's about. And then what they're gonna do, they're gonna make a turn, and it's gonna get dark. Because Ryan Johnson, I think the middle one is gonna be. It's gonna be things are gonna get crazy. It's gonna be the Empire Strikes Back of the new trilogy. I think things are just gonna go really, really like dark, man. Because Ryan Johnson, director of the episode 8, he's a dark writer, man, and he wrote one of the greatest Breaking Bad episodes, the third to last one where everything went downhill. But that episode was really extremely just dark and intense and yeah, scary. And I think Star Wars, I think Episode 8 is that's how it's going to be. It's going to be very dark and scary, and not scary, but like dark and like intense. Things are gonna happen. People are original cast members will die. But anyway, Empire Strikes Back. You know, just great writing by Lawrence Kasdan, which I'm excited. I'm so happy that they brought back for I think the next three movies and maybe some of the spin-offs, because he's the guy who should be writing Star Wars. He knows how to handle the series. He knows how to handle the characters. He knows what he's doing. George Lucas, I'm sorry, you did it once, and then you got Lawrence Kasdan and two other people to write it, and they did it 10 times better. He tried writing the prequels on his own, and just look how much he failed. And he doesn't admit it to it, but Lawrence Kasdan is the guy that should be handling every Star Wars movie because he knows the characters, he knows how to handle the characters, and I would trust him for every single Star Wars movie that will come out. Um, y- just Empire Strikes Back in general is just a fantastic movie. If anyone who has never seen Star Wars, I say you gotta watch it just because of Empire Strikes Back. You just if you get past the first one, if you like it that much, I get excited when I make people watch it for the first time and they say, you know, it was not that like great. What's so good about it? And then they watch Empire Strikes Back and they're just like, that was awesome because it was just like the way it turned, and it wasn't like that happy-go-lucky, not happy-go-lucky, but happy story. It it took a turn that no one was expecting, and it's one of the main reasons why I love it. And that crazy twist that everyone knows, Luke, I am your father. Awesome. Like, who who thinks of something like that? Like, if you're writing the story, and then like someone, and then say, how about like Luke? Like, how about we make Luke is like Luke's the father. Darth Vader is Luke's father, and you're just like, okay, that's a smart move. Yeah, but Empire Strikes Back, just an incredible movie. I recommend you check them out. I recommend you watch Star Wars because of Empire Strikes Back. It is just a fantastic movie in general, and I recommend it to everyone who's never seen Star Wars. And just it's definitely my favorite out of every single Star Wars movie because look, in general, it's just a masterpiece even without the Star Wars name in it. So yeah, that's why I love Empire Strikes Back. That's why it's my favorite, and that's where we are concluding the show. These episodes will probably be longer, and I'm sorry I messed up the whole time. It comes out on every Wednesday, so every Wednesday we get new Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars episode, and every Thursday we get the good, bad, and the nerdy, which we'll get into right now. Tomorrow's topic for the good, bad, and the nerdy uh, is best and worst movies made in the 2000s. Since Transporter Refueled's coming out, and there's nothing coming out this week, and I was gonna do best and worst Wes Craven, but I don't want to diss on the guy. I don't want to make a movie. I don't want to make a best and worst video you know, so I want to. If I were gonna make a video, I would make a celebrating for Wes Craven. But we're gonna do since Transporter, the series, the original with Jason Statham, is a 2000s action movie. We're gonna do 2000s best and worst 2000s action movies. It should be an interesting episode. Good, bad, and nerdy. Which, what it pretty much is that we talk about, we give what we're talking about, and we break down, and we get into a big discussion about, that movie and how it may be really good, or maybe how it's really horrible, and all that stuff. I hope we get great conversations going, because hopefully it's not too quick, and we run out of things to say. But If we do, then maybe that won't be a thing. But these episodes will probably be a little longer because maybe Mike wasn't here and we wouldn't have had a better conversation. It was just me today. I hope Mike will be here tomorrow. I'm pretty sure he is. We have something new that we're gonna work on, and I think that would fix the issue. Google Hangouts just is not reliable anymore. It just doesn't work ever. So, and it takes too long to try to start it up, and every time we do, oh, I was just thinking about we do a Google Live Hangout, and then I would save it. I would delete it entirely from the channel. I would save it to my hard drive, and that would just become an audio file, and it would be a podcast. And if you caught it live and you watched it with our horrible webcams and all that, then you're the lucky one because you know what happens. You know what we're talking about already. But came unreliable, and we're just gonna do. I'm recording this on Audacity, which seems to be the best way to do it. So that's how we're gonna do it. So yeah, thanks for watching our very first episode of Nothing But Star Wars. Hopefully you guys check out tomorrow the Good, Bad, and the Nerdy, where we talk about best and worst action movies that remain in the 2000s. I am Rocco, big Star Wars fan. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later. All right.